afternoon. Professor, distinguished guests, and friends, welcome. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. I think smart people make wise decisions on the first instant. Not so smart people like me, if you're given a second chance, you'll make the right decision. Why was I saying that? Because I actually first met the speaker when I was in San Francisco. So it was a very well-attended, one of the largest mindfulness conferences in the States with around 2,000, 3,000 participants. So looking at the 3-day schedule, I was thinking about which session should I skip? Because it was very hectic, I was having jet lag, so I think I need to take a break here and then, right? And looking at the conference schedule, I was looking at, this discussion about Buddhism. Given that I am a graduate from the Master of Center Buddha Studies, I think I can skip something about Buddhism for a break. And then when you talk about transforming everything into wisdom, I guess I know a little bit about it, right? It ended up to be one of my biggest regrets in that conference. Because after the session, all my friends were telling me, oh, where were you, Ernest? It's like, it was actually one of the best presentations we have on the entire 3 days. So I was actually given a second chance because I saw Yingzhao on the hallway. Shamelessly, and as usual, I walk over and introduce myself. I was like, Yingzhao, it was a great pleasure meeting you. I didn't sit into your presentation, but I was told it was fantastic. And then we had wonderful discussions. I was very impressed by Yingzhao. I think, as you probably have seen in the introductions, Yingzhao have a very interesting background as a designer of LinkedIn, one of the leading technology firm in the West Coast, United States, in the Silicon Valley. As a design director, she traveled a lot, like over 30 countries, more than that, I guess, and very engaged with the culture and always very inspired by the people and the spirituality. I think one of the very interesting things that I think Yingzhao would share with us today is how she could stay in a monastery as a resident and at the same time work in the Silicon Valley. Just imagine every day, if we have to live in the big Buddha in the Poli monastery and have to travel back and forth for an hour, I think it would be a very daunting task for most of the people in Hong Kong, right? So it is actually that integration that also inspired us to invite Yingzhao to share with us today, because we do believe integrating our personal, spiritual, and also our professional practice is very important in our daily life. So today's presentation will start with a brief meditation led by Yingzhao. And then after the presentation, we will have, hopefully, a very engaging conversation. We'll have more than half an hour for Q&A. Hope everyone will have interesting questions or anything that you come up and you want to discuss with the speaker and share with everyone. So without further ado, may I invite Yingzhao on the stage, and then let's give Yingzhao a big round of hands. Big hands, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Ernest. Can you guys all hear me? Yeah? Okay, great. I'm glad Ernest took a risk and spoke with me on the stage. And like many things, if it happens easily, sometimes it's meant to be. So it just so happens that I'm actually here in Hong Kong with a trip with my work, LinkedIn. And it's the right time, and so I'm really glad to be here. And thank you all for coming on Saturday afternoon. This kind of thing would be much harder to make happen in Silicon Valley. And so thank you for your diligence in listening to the Dharma. So let's indeed start with a short meditation, about 15 minutes, and I'll lead a little bit of it, but feel free to use your own practice. I just find that it's useful for all of us to be more grounded and connected when we listen. So make sure your spine is straight. So that your body is settled but open. And there is the open channel of energy, of qi, from your crown to the base of your spine. Feel your feet on the ground, connected to the earth. And feel your senses. Feel the sensation of air on your skin. Feel your senses still active, even though you're turning your attention inward. That the inside and the outside are not separate. And feel your breath. The subtle movement of air just below your nostrils. The sensation of it inside your body. And the slow rising and falling of your belly. No need to do anything to your breath. Just allow it to happen. Simply observing it. Notice the pause between the inhale and the exhale. And at the other side as well. And paying close enough attention, you notice that every breath is actually different. Some slightly longer, some shorter, some slightly deeper, some shallower. Different temperatures, different vibrations. If you find that a concentration practice is helpful, you can follow your breath and count from 1 to 10, and from 10 to 1 again, and so on. And when you notice your mind drifting away, simply start again from 1. And if you're in all of your meditation career, you never make it from 1 to 10, that's quite all right. The point is not to necessarily judge what happens, but to allow it. Here, I will invite you to do just a little bit of visualization. So, at the level of your heart, essentially just right behind it, in this cavity of your torso, visualize a flower. Notice what kind of a flower it's taking shape to be. Notice its size. Color, size, texture, what it might feel like in your hand. Turn around in your mind's eye. Enjoy this object that seems to be floating around in the space inside you. And now, allow it to descend slowly inside your body, slowly down towards your hara or dantian. So it drops slowly in this empty space. And into your belly. So visualize again the space with a flower in this emptiness. And then let the image go. And be left just with the space. Let your attention just rest in that space, in that emptiness. In our busy lives, it's quite a blessing to just sit down for a while. It is a gift that you're giving yourself and the people in your life. So to conclude this, we can do just a tiny bit of meditation. So think of the people who are close to you, who you love, and wish them well. May they be relaxed. May they be happy. May they be at peace. And then the people in your life who bring you conflict. May they be well. May they be relaxed and happy. May they be at peace. And increasing that to all sentient beings. May all be well. May all be happy. May all be at peace. And finally coming back to yourself. Feel your body, your feet on the ground, the sensation of your hands, your fingers, the touch. And wish yourself the same meditation. May I be well. May I be relaxed and happy. May I be at peace. May I awake. And feel your connection to yourself. To that emptiness. And in that way, connected to all sentient beings.